Happy Monday. We've got another NBA slate to be breaking down here. 7 games tonight. We're looking at them from the perspective of no house advantage in their pick'em contest, where there's always a ton of overlay, and we'll tell you all about that. Before we get to the picks, give us a like, subscribe, keep up with all of our shows here at the Stochastic DFS channel. We've got DFS offers, we've got giveaways. And once you do subscribe, hit that notification button. That's going to get you alerts when our shows go live. And don't forget that almost all of our content is available in podcast form on your platform of choice. You can help us out, leave a 5-star review, and it's great. You can take us on the go, keep up on what's happening, whether it's the NBA. We got the World Series, obviously, tonight. We've got Monday Night Football, so a lot of content's coming to you here from Stochastic. So the pick'em contest as far as NBA goes tonight on No House Advantage. We're looking at a $15 entry, $5,000 to first place, 1,200 total entrants, and we would expect it to be about half that, I think, tonight with the World Series as well as Monday Night Football going on. So a good night to get in there, see some overlay at No House Advantage, and take advantage of this while you can. And so many of these primetime games and these NBA slates have had a ton of overlay, a lot more money going out than coming in. That's what you're looking for as a player. So be sure to check all that out. All right, first pick for tonight. We're going to go to Cade Cunningham, and we're looking at 18.5 points. And it really looks like Cade Cunningham is breaking out in a big way for the Pistons. They were impressive last night, able to defeat the Golden State Warriors. Cade Cunningham has been terrific over the course of this season. And look, it's not a big difference between the projections that we have and the line here. And we're projecting him for about 20 points tonight. As I mentioned, the line is at 18.5 points, but he has consistently been over this number. And what I love about Cade Cunningham is he is getting so many opportunities in this Pistons offense. Cunningham has hoisted at least 16 shots in every game that the Pistons have played this year. So if he hits at even a reasonable rate, we're getting the over on this for Cade Cunningham. He's just really blossoming here in his second season. Look, it's a tough matchup for the Pistons again. I mentioned, they just played the Golden State Warriors last night. They won that game. Now they have to travel to Milwaukee and take on Giannis and the Bucks, who are off to a terrific start as per usual. But look, we're talking about young legs for Cade Cunningham, a young team for the Detroit Pistons. I'm not as concerned with the back-to-back as I might be in some other situations. Is there potential for a letdown after the big win over the Warriors? Well, if they're playing the Bucks, I don't know if I'd call it a letdown. But I do feel good that Cade Cunningham is going to have plenty of opportunity to score a lot of points tonight. And so getting over the 18.5 on the pick'em line at No House Advantage, that's something that I'm pretty confident in and will have relatively high on my boards tonight. No House Advantage. If you're not familiar with No House Advantage, it's bringing you the most dynamic fantasy sports platform available today. What do you need to know? Well, these pick'em contests, they have a ton of overlay. That's going to help you out a lot, build up your bankroll a little bit. We also make it pretty easy for you. We have free projections that compare to No House Advantage to give you a percentage chance of a guy going over or under his line. So that'll allow you to make some smart choices with your lineups and really make it a little, I don't want to say dummy proof, but at least make it a lot easier, right? You're not sitting there with a pencil and a yellow pad trying to figure all this stuff out. You can also just use our lineup generator at Stochastic. That's free. And then you can input that and mass enter these No House Advantage contests. Different ways to go about it. We try to make it as simple as possible for you. And No House Advantage is also going to give you a $50 free deposit match. You can check that out in the link below. If you're joining for the first time, you put in $50. You're going to add $50 to your account. You could play NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, NHL, all of that. So be sure to check that out tonight. You can also play against the house and get up to 20 times your money if you hit 5 out of 5, and we'll have some advice for you there over on our Odds Shopper channel. All right, next up, we're going to look at Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards. And look, Bradley Beal played one of the worst games of his career yesterday. He didn't score a single point until there were about 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Bradley Beal had never been shut out the first 3 quarters of his career. He still hasn't, but it was pretty close yesterday against the Boston Celtics. Now, look, Boston has a great defense. Not going to have exactly the same matchup here tonight, but it's been a slow start to the season for Beal, only averaging about 21 points per game. He's actually under that. So I'm looking at the points, rebounds, assists total here. It's a big number at 36.5. we have him projected for about 30. So really strong chance of being under. Look, Bradley Beal, as I mentioned, he just played last night, did not play well, played 37 minutes against Boston. He's not Cade Cunningham's age. It starts to affect you a little bit as you start to get up there like Bradley Beal has. And as accomplished as he's been, I'm looking to go under on the points, rebounds, assists here. You got to score some points in order to bump that number up into the 37 territory, which is where Beal has to get tonight. And we just haven't seen it thus far from Beal this year. Certainly didn't see it last night. So I'm willing to play that trend and see if it extends here as we move on to, about game 8 for Bradley Beal and the Wizards at this point. Also looking at the under on Jalen Green and the Rockets, 31.5 points, rebounds, assists. He's gone over that number in only 2 of 7 games this year. You needed big-time point totals to get there, 33 points and 25 points. Another guy playing the second end of a back-to-back, 31 minutes last night in Phoenix. Tonight, he gets the Clippers on the road. We'll see if Paul George, Kawhi Leonard are out there on the floor. You never really know with what the Los Angeles Clippers are going to do. But the projections really like the under for Jalen Green tonight. And he just has to be super efficient in order to get to this number, and chances are we're not going to see that happen. So under 31.5 points, rebounds, assists, the way to go for Jalen Green. Looking at Green's teammate, Kevin Porter Jr. I like linking these guys together when you can. Another under 6.5 assists for Kevin Porter Jr. We have him projected for under 5.5 assists. So we'll go under on him here. You look at Porter's trend line over the course of this year. He's been under this number in 5 of 7 games. His season high is only 7 assists, which is just barely over this number, which he managed to do twice. So it's not as if he's shown the capability to go out and have a 12-assist game, at least not this season. So I'm going to stay with that trend line and look at the under on Kevin Porter Jr. with assists. And I like pairing that with Jalen Green and the points, rebounds, assists total for his teammate as well. Again, if you're playing on No House Advantage, we've got free projections over at Stochastic. Also, the lineup uploader tool that's going to allow you to multi-enter and take advantage of all the overlay at No House Advantage. So be sure to check that out. And while you're here, don't forget to check out Odds Shopper. It's got everything you need to make sure you are maximizing your profits. You can shop bets, create your own parlay using our parlay builder, find arbitrage opportunities, and of course, most importantly, you can shop bets, and that's going to help you find the best price available. I also like using it if I'm playing on No House Advantage to just see, all right, what are the sports books doing? What's the line here? Is it, minus 140, where now I know, okay, the sports books really feel this is going to go in a certain direction. It can help you with your picks at No House Advantage as well. So be sure to check that out. Good luck tonight.